Oi, you still call that silence? That was the wall speaking in fractions. Phase bent twice and you smiled through static. Head full of wallpaper, soul automatic. The room said running a tongue with stress. You heard soft beige and called it rest.
Praise the gloss while the grain went sick. Kissed the varnish, missed the rut underneath it. Counted the stain, never counted the leak. Now the frame bites back and you call that bleak. Too late, the sun already chose your name. You were the smoke, then blame the flame. Don't go there, now they go there. Tell them don't scare, now they all stare. Tell them all peace, then alarm on the eye. Tell them all calm, then it's harm on the eye. Harm on the eye, harm on the eye. Calm in the sky, harm on the eye. Harm on the eye, harm on the eye. Same old time, different why. Harm on the eye, harm on the eye. Count to 9, then divide. Harm on the eye, harm on the eye. Low and high, low and high. Frequency spread your teeth and you called it wind. Pattern tapped your rib and you tucked it in. Every warning came dressed too plain, so you fed the loop and remained the change. Nice little grin, nice little lie. Cold, dead cold in a polished eye. You wanted mercy with no incision, wanted truth with no division. Wanted clean hands at the one they paint on the catwalks and it collects by day. Compass went black, the square went dime. Still you sold your pulse for a quieter mind. Don't go there, now they go there. Tell them don't stare, now they all stare. Tell them all peace, then alarm on the eye. Tell them all calm, then it's harm on the eye. Harm on the eye, harm on the eye. Calm in the sky, harm on the eye. Harm on the eye, harm on the eye. Same old time, different why. Harm on the eye, harm on the eye. Count to 9, then divide. Harm on the eye, harm on the eye. Low then high, low then high.
Wait, we're still cool from low to high. You chose the mask and let it dry. Now the room might slow across your side. Your absolution. Harm on the eye. Boy, You hear noise, I hear warning. You call it random, I call it forming. Whole room shaking and you still sit neat. Waving the wall and you blame the street. Air gone strange but you grin and pose. Blind to the pulse, right under your nose. The skin, Mr. Thin Blue hiss when the cracks creep in. Cocoa smooth like the room stands still, while the floor learns rock and the pipes learn will. You crop the stain of the sauce beneath, then act surprised when the house grows teeth. Waving, call it a breeze. Hit put a ducks and steam it for ease. Every frequency script past your head bar. You trust the wind and ignore the dread. Static in the blow, bit more than a crown. Something said up and your soul sat down. Waveform bites, still caught at peace in the phase miss whites. Hunger speaking from low to high. You just stood there, harmony high. Wait, tell man don't peek. not the whole flat tears. Say don't touch that switch, no it sparks for years. One room, one's quiet, one room, one's proof. One smile looks clean, while it hides in a roof. I drew one circle, and the chalk made two. Now the floor got rules and the sideways view. Funny how unlocked door turns saints into spy. Funny how calm coke sweet and it's harm on the eye. Man came deep with a village in his iris. Tea in the mug, but the logic went virus. The hallway stinks and the mop gets blamed, cause your glove touched dirt and the cuff got stained. That's peak, but come on when the sun meets grout. Half the room loves truth till truth walks out. Everybody noble while the weather is beige, then the floorboards quake and they flee the stage. I seen myth in the pub and the maths in the bin. Seen prime numbers wink from the shape of a grin. 3 for the mask and the motive as well. 7 for the oath and the velvet shell. 9 is a mirror when it stares at cells. 12 draw circles round rank and wealth. Then 13 strolls in with the landlord smile. Says every neat room hide rot in the tile. Tell them don't go there. Now they go there. Tell them don't stare. Now they all stare. Tell them all peace, then alarm on the eye. Tell them all calm, then it's hard on the eye. Horn and style. Say no tie, left front wide. Cloud to 9 in big buy. Harmony, load and high, load and high. Load and high, load and high. Now let me do London with a doctor big grin, so a tones collapse when the fox gets in. One you, one's come for wobbler, one's crowns. One goes V switched all over the lounge. That's not hate, that's physics in a pop attached to black wall. Once in a cap gets rougher, so the room sees dust. And because man doing one of mobile's policy under the room. That's why they both get called a bit much, but the same self-quiet like no touch clutch. Your steering wheel burns when the van gets mild, and the sat nav live when the map goes south. Let's practice ain't always key in the cuddle. Some friend accepts it rude in the huddle. Feel for the signal, audit the grin. Clock crew profits when the wars cave in. It's X, chat, sleep, and while up strong. Check who sells matches right next to the long. Suppose I say do nothing. Fuck a daily pose. Watch how the mildews 9, 10 and say cold. Suppose I say stay soft. Never bruise the head out. My toes, TED talks under the chair. Suppose I say each stain names all the same, and suit and the struggle both get one name. That's got drift one candles bend in the haze. It confuses the back with the end of the maze. That's like the red band cancel the lodge and name. Squared in the pocket, compass in brain. Mystery ain't fog, just a look profound. It's knowing what must move and what must stay down. So we the floor, not only the lace. Track incentives, not the angel face. Count the exits, test the doors. Bless the choir, then jet the books unfloored. If the tune sounds sweet, what the map says slide. Control for the round, need the numbers reflect. Oi, they still call that silence. That was the wall speaking in fractions. Face bent twice and you smiled through static. Head for the wallpaper, soul automatic. The room said running a tongue of stress. You heard soft beige and called it rest.
raised the gloss while the grain went sick. Kissed the varnish, missed the rot underneath it. Counted the stain, never counted the leak. Now the frame bites back, and you call that bleak. Too late, the sun already chose your name. You wore the smoke, then blame the flame. Your teeth and you called it win. And tapped your rib and you tucked it in. Every warning came dressed too plain, so you fed the loop and renamed the chain. Nice little grin, nice little lie. Hold that code in a polished eye. Sold your pose for a quiet demise. Tell them don't go there. Now they go there. Tell them don't stare. Now they hotel. Tell them on peace, then alarm on why. Tell them all calm, then it's harm on why. Harm on guy, harm on guy. Carbon sky, harm on guy. Harm on guy, harm on guy. Same old tie, different why. Harm on guy, harm on guy. Count to 9 and divide. Harm on guy, harm on guy. Load and high, load and high. Oi, we still coasting from low to high. You chose the mask and let it dry. Now the room right slow or across your side. Oi, you hear noise, I hear warning. You call it random, I call it forming. Whole room shaking and you still sit neat. Waving the wall and you blame the street. Air gone strange but you grin and pose. Blind to the pulse right under your nose. In the
Mr. Hum in the plastic skin, Mr. Thin Blue hiss when the cracks creep in. Talk all smooth like the room stands still, while the floor learns rough and the pipes learn real. You clock the stain up the source beneath, then act surprised when the house goes cheap. Tell them don't go there, now they go there. Tell them don't stare, now they all stare. Tell them all peace, then alarm on the eye. Tell them all calm, then it's harmony eye. Harmony eye, harmony eye. Calm in the sky, harmony eye. Harmony eye, harmony eye. Same old tie, different why. Harmony eye, harmony eye. Count to 9, then divide. Harmony eye, harmony eye. Low then high, low then high. You hear a wave and call it a breeze. Hear coded knocks, I'm still back for ease. Every frequency scream past your head, but you trust the grin and ignore the dread. Static in the velvet, mold in the crown. Signal fed up and your soul sat down. While the frame bends out, Wahoo on B while the beans hold out. You worship polish, you miss the blind. Miss how the noob already mapped your mind. By the time you noticed the pattern was dyed, the sum turned ugly and ate the fight. Tell them don't go. Don't go there, now they go there. Tell them don't stare, now they all stare. Tell them all keep and an harmony eye. Tell them all calm and it's harmony eye. Harmony eye, harmony eye. Calm in the sky, harmony eye. Harmony eye, harmony eye. Same old tie, different why. Harmony eye, harmony eye. Count your line, bend it right. Harmony eye, harmony eye. Low this high, low then high. Stay small while the waveform bites. Still call it peace when the phase miswrites. Whom been speaking for low to high? You just stood there, harmony high. Wait, tell man don't peek, now the whole flat peers. Say don't touch that switch, now it sparks for years. One room, one's quiet, one room, one's proof. One smile looks clean while it hides in the roof. I drew one separate in the chalk and two. Now the floor got rules and a sideways view. Funny how a locked door turns saint into spy. Funny how calm talk sweet, then it's harmony.
mug, but the logic went virus. If the hallway stinks, then the mop gets blamed, cause the glove touched dirt and the cuff got stained. That's peak, but common when the sun meets grout. Half the room loves truth till truth walks out. Everybody noble while the weather is beige, then the floorboards creak and they flee the stage. I see nips in the pub and maps in the bin, seen crime numbers wink from the shape of a grin. 3 for the mast in the motive as well, 7 for the oath in the velvet shell. 9 is a mirror when it stares at self, 12 draws circles round rank and wealth, then 13 strolls in with the landlord smile, says every neat room hides what in the tile. More calm and it's harm on the eye, arm on the eye, arm on the eye, arm inside, arm on the eye, arm on the eye, arm on the eye, same more tie, different why, arm on the eye, arm on the eye, count to 9, then divide, arm on the eye, arm on the eye, loaded high, loaded high. Now let me do London with the doctorate win. Civil tones collapse when the fox gets in. One mute, one's comfort, one bloke, one's crowns. One ghost leaves soot all over the lounge. That's not hate, that's physics in a puffer. Touch the black ball once and the cuff gets rougher. So the room sees dust and declares man doom. What a more right policy under the room. That's why I old get pulled a dick much by the same soft choir that won't touch clutch. The steering wheel burns when the Ben gets mad, and if sat-nav lies when the map goes sad. Best practice ain't always pee in the cuddle. Sometimes next steps look rude in the huddle. Or filter the signal or audit the brin. Cock who profits when the war's aiming. If X out sweet and Y loves Bob, check who sells matches right next to the law.
Suppose I say stay soft, never bruise the air. Now termites host head talks under the chair. Suppose I say each day means all the same. Then Superman as I both get one name. That's the trick when candles bend in the haze. It confuses the cup with the end of the maze. That's a very banter for the lodge and lane. Square in the pocket, compass in brain. History ain't fog, just a look profound. It's knowing what must move and what must stay bound. So read the flow, not only the lace. Track incentive, not the angel face.